Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your bonus reading for October 2025. I almost said 2025. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot. I'm a tarot reader, astrologer, and root worker, and I love doing monthly readings for all the zodiac signs here on YouTube, as well as some other fun content over on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into your reading. This is a bonus reading, which means you get a 2-for-1 special. You get a love reading and a general bonus message. All right, let's jump into your love reading and see what comes up for you guys in love. Spiritual team archetype cards. What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective regarding their love lives, regarding their person? What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective regarding their person, regarding their love lives? What do we have here? It's at the bottom of the deck. We did have a card that jumped out. Sagittarius is. Unfortunately, it is in the reverse, and I don't like seeing cards in the reverse, but we do have the beggar in reverse. That's what jumped out. So we're looking at the shadow attribute, and it says dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. And then at the bottom of the deck, we also had another card in the reverse. It was the Avenger. So again, shadow attribute. And this is the card. It says resorting to violence in the name of a cause. Oh boy. All right. What kind of bullshit is this about? Sagittarius is. Let's see. Spiritual team, Sugar Skull Tarot. What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective regarding their love lives? What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective regarding their love lives? What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective regarding their love lives? What's going on? We have Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Death in reverse, Eight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. What's at the bottom of the deck? You have the Seven of Swords, Star in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse, Hanged Man, Seven of Wands in reverse. I mean, the epitome of someone that always has their hands out. I hope you don't live with this person, Sagittarius, but it does feel like this person just refuses to do it for themselves. I don't know if this person came from money and they're used to just being taken care of, or maybe their past relationships always took care of them, but like this person couldn't apply for a job to save their lives. That, or they're that kind of person that wants to be an entrepreneur, but they're just, it's never worked out. And you want to be supportive of that dream or that goal, but the fact is like, it's now eating into your pockets. All the hard work that you've done, everything that you've done to save up, it's really eating into that. And like, it's one thing to be supportive and to be there for your partner, for your person or whatever, but this person just, I don't even know how to put it. They just, yeah. I think you know what I'm trying to say, but they don't have a plan. And because they don't have a plan or care to have a plan, they also don't care how it affects everyone else around them. They don't care how it affects you. As long as they get what they need and they're taken care of, they're perfectly fine. They have zero aspirations. If you are wondering whether this person can turn around and change, they have zero aspirations to do anything other than what they're already doing. Zero motivation, zero ambition. They feel like they're living the dream. They feel like they're living the dream. Not because they found a sugar mama or a sugar daddy, but because they think they're really doing something. They really think that they're achieving something. Mm-hmm. And some of them may even like lie. Some of them may lie about what they do all day. They may say, oh yeah, babe, I look for a job, or yeah, babe, I did really good on this today with my business and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's picking up. I can see it. Like, I feel like this type of person is one of those people where it's like they have a business, but they don't do anything to even like improve it, or like it could be something that could work. It's just they don't necessarily put the hard work into it to make it a thing. I just feel like this person doesn't, this person just doesn't. They don't. They don't. They don't do the things. They don't do anything. And honestly, Sagittarius is, I don't know how you've put up with this person so long. I don't. Um, you guys are really gonna have to take a step back and really consider, like, can I keep going on like this? Can I keep going on like this? I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's ultimatum time. It's ultimatum time. Either you get a job and you start contributing, or you can get to step in. You can hit the curb. This is not okay. Not okay. It's not okay. Shortest romantic reading I think I've ever done. A whole 6 minutes. Sagittarius is, that's all I'm seeing with this tarot. I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on and close it out with a couple of oracle decks and see what comes up for you guys. Spiritual team, Hidden Truth Oracle, what messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective this time regarding their love lives? What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective regarding their love lives? Oh gosh, excuse me. What do we have? I bury myself in work to forget you. What work? Work. Okay. We have, I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. I don't know who that is. I don't know if this is you saying, like, and it's so fucked up to say, but like some people, like when you come, when you've had time to step away from a relationship and you look back and you're like, wow, it sucked, but I'm glad I went through it because I never have to go through it again. And I know how to clock certain people now. Um, yeah. Yeah. This person could also be like fake grateful. Again, it's just like this person, it's just the Seven of Swords is just giving fake. It's giving fake. They're lying, they're hiding things, they're not being honest with you about what they actually do all day or what they do with the money that you give them. At the bottom of the deck, it says, I hope that you can forgive me one day. I mean, I wouldn't, but that's just me. I wouldn't. I'm gonna pull up one more deck and see what else comes up. Spiritual team, Rebel deck. What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective regarding their love lives? What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective regarding their love lives this time? I had a card jump out of the deck. Oh my god, I wish I was making this up. It says pack your bags. Pack your bags and get out. At the back, it says, get the hell out of town. It will make you both lovable again. Yeah, lovable to other people. What else? Spend time with Bae. What's at the back? Make art, love, or music. I feel like you need to spend some time on your own. At the bottom, it says they're still waiting. Do the shit they asked you to do forever ago. I feel like this is for your person. You're still waiting for this person to do what they promised you they would do. Yeah. I mean, Sagittarius is, I'm so sorry for those of you that are going through this situation, but This has to change. How you decide to do that is on you. If it was me, I'd be saying you have 15 days to find a job or something, anything. But you are helping me pay these bills or you're getting out. You're gone. Pack your bags. Adios. All right, Sagittarius, that's what I'm seeing for your romantic lives. Again, I apologize, not the most exciting or fun situation, but it is what it is. That's what came up. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards and get ready for your general reading. So I will see you there. Bye. All right, Sagittarius, let's get into your general reading and see what comes up for you. Spiritual team, tea leaf fortune cards. What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective at this time? That is way too many. Let's try again. What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective at this time? This deck was really talkative. Cards were jumping out left and right when I was shuffling before I started your reading, so they have a lot to say, but it's like too much all at once. I just need a couple. All right, let's go on to the other half of the deck and see what else comes out. Spiritual team, tea leaf fortune cards. What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective at this time? Okay. I feel like the other half of the deck had some more messages for you, so let me see if I can get them. Okay. All right, I'll take those. Let's see. Quite a few, so let's get it started. Number one, we have the rat. Someone working against you behind your back. Interesting. Okay. What else do we have? The flying bird. News is on the way. Okay. We have the grapes. Time to go out and have fun. Interesting. Next, we have bouquet. Compliments from an admirer. Okay. We have the well. Family wishes come true. It's a mixed bag. We got the pineapple. Reconciliation. Wowzers. All right. Sagittariuses, this is going to be a mixed bag. I can already tell. So if any of this message doesn't resonate, don't take it as truth. If some of it resonates, take that part. The rest, let it go. It's not for you. All right. Yeah, I feel like there's a couple different stories here. So let's see what comes up with the tarot. Spiritual team, Sugar Skull Tarot. What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Sagittarius collective at this time? All right, let's get into it. All right, what do we have? Hanged Man in reverse. Judgment. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. The Tower. Lovely. What's going on at the bottom of the deck? What do we got? Four of Swords in reverse. The Moon. Nine of Pentacles. Two of Swords. And the Magician in reverse. Woo-wee. Yeah, the Magician is giving someone did something behind your back for sure. But what? It almost feels like they wanted to like stall you out. Like they wanted to stop your progress, or they wanted to confuse you in some way, or like misdirect you, or basically get you to like kind of like cloud your vision, right? So there's something here that I think is they're not either being honest about or they're hiding from you. But I feel like you're kind of sensing like something's up with this Two of Swords. You're like, hold up. Time out. You said what now? 2 plus 2 is not equaling 4. The math isn't mathing. Something is wrong here. Something is off. Okay. And I feel like this probably just comes from a bit of jealousy, right? This comes from a bit of jealousy. I feel like the Nine of Pentacles, like you guys do really well for yourselves. You don't really depend on anybody else. You don't really need anybody else, but you just kind of like, you shine on your own. And I feel like this person is definitely a little jealous of that. You might be more successful than them. You might have more freedom than them. Like, you may have a better job than them. You might have a successful business. I don't know. Like, but I feel like you're thriving, right? And I feel like this person just definitely is jealous of that. Definitely jealous of that. This could be like a friend. This could be a coworker. This could be a family member. Okay, but I feel like this person just secretly is unhappy with their lives, and whenever you come around and like things are going well for you and you're just so positive and like that light is shining out of you, it really shines a light on all the things that they don't like about themselves. They feel inferior to you for whatever reason. They feel like, damn, like, why can't I be like Sagittarius? Why can't I have all those things? Why can't I make those things happen in my life? And so that kind of breeds that jealousy, right? So I don't know what this person is up to, but they just might be on some dumb shit. They just might be on some little kid shit. Like, I honestly, I don't necessarily see like this harming you in some kind of way. In fact, this person might get a rude awakening themselves, because they might be like talking about you behind your back to other people, and someone might be like, hey, just watch out, like this person has been saying this and this and that, just want to make you aware of it. And you're probably gonna just have to address it, or however you handle stuff like that. If you just I guess it also depends on the person too, right? If this is a family member, you're probably gonna want to have a conversation with them. If this is a coworker, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna keep you at a distance, but now that I know what's up with you, like, clocked. You ain't getting shit from me anymore. You're not getting any of this goodness whatsoever. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else is going on? I'm gonna be honest, like, I just feel like there's a lot of good stuff happening for you guys. I feel like you're very stable, but I also see that there's not necessarily like a whole lot of great things happening either. I think there could be some struggles happening. There could be just some challenges, some obstacles to overcome. Okay. No one's life is perfect. And I think that's what this person doesn't understand, is like, you could be very happy at work and pretend like literally nothing is going on. Meanwhile, at home, stuff's falling apart, or it's just not where it used to be, or, bills have gone up, your paycheck has not. Okay. It's things like that. You're trying to make things work. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I also see someone potentially coming to you, wanting to give you a little compliment, right? I have this Page of Pentacles here in the reverse, right next to this Queen of Wands in reverse. It feels innocent. It feels like a quick DM, like, hey, I've been thinking about you. Want to see how you're doing, blah, blah, blah. But the intentions are not good. The intentions are not so innocent. And I feel like something is going on with this person in their lives. And I do feel like this is someone from the past. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. But I feel like this person sees you doing really, really well, and they miss that. They want a little piece for themselves. They want a little piece of Sagittarius. They miss having fun with you. They miss feeling good around you, or looking good when you were on their arm. You know what I mean? And so I feel like this person wants to like give you a little compliment, or a little like, let me take you out for coffee, let me take you out for lunch or something, just to reconnect, and blah, blah, blah. It's up to you on whether you want to go down that road, Sagittarius is. I don't see anything good coming out of this, to be honest with you. It just feels like a bunch of horse shit. It just feels like someone wants to be in your energy field, and like a little energy vampire. Like, they want some of that goodness that you got, right? So you got people talking about you behind your back. You got people that want a little something, something from you. Okay. They just want to be back in your good graces, because, Sag, you look so good right now. You look so good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nothing's perfect, but you're doing the damn thing. I really do feel that way for a lot of you guys. And if you resonate with that, this is definitely for you. What I do want to say though, with this Magician in the reverse, I just remembered we have a Mercury retrograde coming up November 9th, and it is in Sagittarius. It starts in Sagittarius and then it's going to regress into Scorpio. Um, so with that Mercury retrograde being in your sign, you're probably going to get some people coming back around. Shadow period starts October 20th, by the way. So by the time I release this video, it's already started. So you may start seeing people come out of the woodwork, or you might start having some interesting conversations, recognizing people's jealousy in their conversations. Like, it just comes out unknowingly. Like, you're going to start peeping stuff. You're going to start seeing things, hearing things. People are going to start coming to you. It's going to be really interesting. Okay. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And definitely have some fun before Mercury retrograde is in full swing, because oh Lord, it's gonna be a wild couple of months. November through December, it's gonna be astrologically not so great, not so fun. So between now and November 5th, have fun. Have some fun. Enjoy life. And then after November 5th, take care. Take care, especially with Mercury retrograde being in your sign. Yeah, I say have fun, because I feel like things could just get funkier and funkier. So just keep that in mind. Sagittarius is with this Tower card. I mean, it could just feel like one thing after another, fires that you just got to keep putting out, things like that. So yeah, just be aware of that. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and close you out with a couple of oracle decks. I'm going to start with the Untamed Elemental, and we are going to read from the guidebook on these ones. Spiritual team, Untamed Elemental, what messages do you have for the Sagittarius Collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Sagittarius Collective at this time? We did have one jump out. I'm telling you, you got jumpers. The first card that jumped out was the Thunderbolts. Okay, we got a lot going on. We have Crystal next. And then finally we have Storm. Oh boy, storms. Thunderbolts and storms, huh? All right. Well, let's get into the guidebook and see what comes up for you on these cards. All right, Thunderbolt does not hold back his fervent proclamations, telling you that the difficulty is not in the issue itself, but rather in how you currently choose to see things. Ignorance is at the root of all suffering and arises from misperception about the nature of existence. This noxious obstacle to freedom can be overcome with little effort once you cease clinging to limiting and damaging ideas. Call upon Thunderbolt to grace your perceptions with this sonic shockwave. Ask him to transform your perspective into a freshly seen, world-turned, mind-blown experience that elevates all of your relationships. Interesting. Yeah, so a lot of you guys could be going through, like a mental reset during Mercury retrograde, so just keep that in mind too. Every Mercury retrograde is meant to adjust and shift how we see the world, how we interact with the world, how we communicate, how we think. So for you guys specifically, because it's going to start out in Sagittarius, you're going to be going through that, and it's going to feel a lot more chaotic to you than most other signs. So just be prepared for that. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be difficult probably to deal with, understand, or work through, which is why the Hanged Man in reverse is here. If you don't take that time to stop and look at things a little bit differently, you're going to struggle through this Mercury retrograde more than you need to. Okay, so just keep an open mind. I feel like most Sagittariuses are good at keeping an open mind, but yeah, just do your best. Do your best to kind of look at things differently or handle things differently. It's all about how you perceive things right now. All right, let's get into Crystal. All right, Crystal sends the message that self-healing is underway. You can amplify this progress by visualizing your wholeness and aligning with the curative frequencies freely given by Earth. Self-healing is a powerful choice. Once visualization is married with intuitive listening and a commitment to self-kindness, improvement becomes inevitable. If you choose to work with a physical crystal, trust her purity and light to guide you home to yourself. Interesting. So some of you guys could be getting into crystals or looking at different types of like holistic healing at this time, to kind of help supplement the things that you're going through right now, in terms of like helping you work through some internal work, especially during Mercury retrograde. Okay, let's be real. But I feel like between now and the end of the year, just things get crazier and crazier. So you might feel like you need to try something a little different. And for some of you, it might be crystals. For some of you, it might be some sort of like Reiki or just something different, a different kind of practice, something different than you normally would go to help you work through things, like outside of therapy, outside of talking to your friends, outside of talking to your family, outside of working out at the gym, whatever. Some of you guys may be leaning a little bit more into spiritual things, that keep you grounded, that help kind of keep you clear-headed and calm and open to rolling with the punches. Does that make sense? All right, let's take a look at this final card, Storm. If you can tell, I'm from Southern California. Cord is crazy. All right, Storm indicates transition. In the midst of the tempest, you might wonder how much damage will be done or even whether you will survive. Remember that the polarity of destruction is renewal. One does not exist without the other. How you endure the storm will influence your ability to regenerate once it's over. Now is the time to take exquisite care of yourselves. Soon the sun will be out, the air will be fresh and full of vitality, and a new world will be revealed. And that is all about the Tower card and the Death card, and even Judgment, right? So I feel like for you guys, November and December is going to be a big test period for you, not just you, everybody, but you guys specifically, because we're moving towards your birthday season and planets are going to be piling up in your sign. So it's going to feel chaotic. It's going to feel like the world is falling apart. Things are breaking down. Things aren't working anymore. But this is ultimately like a test to see how you handle things, whether you are capable of growing, expanding, and changing. And again, just rolling with the punches. That's come up in two of your cards, and your tarot cards. But just remember that on the other side of this really dark moment or moments or time, there's always going to be a period at the end where that rain clears up and you start to see crops or plants coming up and beautiful flowers because it's been watered. So very cliche, but just know that after the storm, there is sun and there's beauty and the air is clearer and fresher, all of that. And same applies to your lives. Okay. Final deck of the reading. Let's get into it. Spiritual team, Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards. What final messages do you have for the Sagittarius Collective at this time? What final messages do you have for the Sagittarius Collective at this time? Okay. What do we have? We have treat your body well, exercise, meditate, and massage. Yeah, and that comes back to this crystal card for me personally, is like, what else are you doing besides the stuff that you've normally been doing, right? How are you treating your body? How are you releasing those frustrations, that stress from your body? Because when we do hold on to stress and other types of emotions, I had to I had to adjust myself too, just know, but holding on to certain things can back up in our bodies, cause tension, can cause sickness, illness, all of that stuff. So really taking care of yourself is going to be important for the next few months as well. What else? We have embrace your inner gypsy, freedom, fun, and music. Have fun. Have fun between now and November 5th. Have as much fun as you can. I even just heard dance in the rain. Even when things get tough, like find those moments where you can just dance and like release again some of that energy that's building up. That's stress. Okay. Next, we have psychic strength, shield, talismans, gold light. I swear a lot of you guys are going to be getting into more spiritual objects, practices, things like that. You might be holding on to more crystals. You might be holding on to certain talismans or like little things that you can like keep in your pocket. Like I'm picturing like a coin specifically with some sort of like sigil or emblem or coat of arms, something that means a lot to you. I'm hearing like Archangel Michael for some of you. Um, yeah, just holding on to something that brings you peace, that reminds you that like, hey, there is beauty after the storm, all of that. I think I see some of you guys having something in your pocket or on your person that you um, touch and interact with when you are going through tougher periods. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have back to basics, simplify, reduce, center. And this really comes down to, for me, that message of Mercury retrograde. It's like, what can we get rid of that isn't working? That's essentially what a retrograde is. It's a time where we take a look at everything that we have maybe on a shelf and we figure out, okay, I don't need this anymore, or this isn't working here anymore, and I can move things around. And oh, I didn't think about this. Let me put this on the shelf. So, this is a time to really take a look at everything that you've accumulated mentally over your lifetime and take a look at what is working, what isn't working, and how can you improve, right? So Sagittarius, that is what I'm seeing. I know it's a long reading, but hopefully you guys got something out of it. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. I would love to hear how this is resonating for you guys. Please maybe share with another Sagittarius if you feel like it would resonate for them. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. If you want to see more content from me, I'm also on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. You can find my handles below in the description box. If you want to book a personal reading, I do offer those. Please DM me either on Instagram or TikTok. I'm still working on getting my website up, so that is the best way to get in touch with me right now. I will never reach out to you, so please make sure you are using the handles specifically down below in the description box, okay? As always, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the love and support. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you guys at the next reading. Bye.